Have you ever accidentally joined a therapy group session thinking it was a book discussion? 3 weeks ago, I saw a flyer at my local library. Processing Grief, weekly discussion group, room 4B, Thursdays at 7 p.m. I just finished reading this heavy literary novel about loss and grief. I figured it was a book club focusing on sad books. Perfect timing. I love discussing literature with other people who read too much. Thursday arrives. I show up at the library with my battered copy of the novel, a notebook, and genuine enthusiasm. I find room 4B. There's a circle of chairs, about 8 people already seated. No books visible, but maybe everyone uses e-readers now. I sit down. A woman with kind eyes and a cardigan smiles at me. Welcome. Is this your first time joining us? Yeah, I just finished the book and thought it would be great to discuss. She nods encouragingly. That's wonderful. Finishing is a big step. Odd phrasing, but okay. An older man across the circle clears his throat. Should we start with introductions? I'm Bill. I lost my wife 7 months ago. Oh no. A younger woman goes next. I'm Priya. My brother passed in January. Oh no. It continues around the circle. Everyone shares who they lost. My stomach is sinking with each introduction. This is not a book club. Then it's my turn. 8 pairs of eyes look at me expectantly. I'm Felix, I say slowly, and I think I might be in the wrong room. The cardigan woman, who I'm now realizing is the group therapist, tilts her head. There's no wrong room here, Felix. We're glad you came. Who did you lose? I should correct this immediately. I should explain the misunderstanding and leave. But something about the way everyone's looking at me with such genuine compassion makes me freeze. My brain scrambles. Why am I not just telling the truth? My uncle, recently. What am I doing? I don't have a dead uncle. Well, I do, but he died in 2003 and I barely knew him. I'm so sorry, Priya says softly. Were you close? I'm in too deep now. Pretty close, yeah. This is terrible. I'm lying to grief counselors. The therapist, whose name I learn is Linda, starts the session. People share their feelings about their losses. It's heavy, raw, and deeply personal. I'm sitting here feeling like a complete fraud. Bill talks about how he can't sleep in his bed anymore because it feels too empty. Priya shares that she keeps texting her brother's phone because she's not ready to delete the contact. Every story is heartbreaking, and I'm just some idiot who can't read a flyer properly. Then Linda turns to me. Felix, would you like to share anything about your uncle? I'm okay just listening today. That's fine. There's no pressure, but sometimes talking helps. 20 minutes later, we're doing some kind of guided meditation about releasing pain. I'm sitting there with my eyes closed, thinking about how I need to escape this situation. After the meditation, there's coffee and cookies. I try to slip out, but Bill approaches me. First sessions are always hard, he says kindly. I barely spoke for my first 3 weeks. Thanks, Bill. Priya joins us. If you ever want to talk outside of group, here's my number. Sometimes it helps to text someone who gets it. She hands me a piece of paper with her phone number. These are genuinely kind people, and I'm deceiving all of them. I go home feeling awful. I can't stop thinking about their stories. Bill sleeping on his couch. Priya texting a dead person's phone. The next morning, I do something stupid. I text Priya. Hey, it's Felix from group. Thanks for the offer to talk. She responds immediately. Of course. How are you holding up? We end up texting for an hour. She tells me more about her brother. I feel like garbage because I'm still maintaining this lie, but I also don't know how to extract myself without making everything worse. Thursday comes again. I tell myself I'm not going back, but at 6:45 p.m., I'm in my car driving to the library. I can't explain it. Maybe it's guilt. Maybe it's that these people were so genuinely kind. Maybe I'm just an idiot with poor decision-making skills. I show up. Everyone seems happy to see me. We go around sharing again. When it's my turn, Linda asks how my week was. Honestly, I need to tell you all something. Here it comes. The confession. I've been having trouble accepting that he's gone. Like, part of me keeps expecting him to just show up. What am I doing? I'm doubling down on the lie. Everyone nods sympathetically. Bill says that's completely normal. I leave that night feeling even worse. I'm now actively participating in grief therapy for a loss I didn't experience. This continues for 2 more weeks. I become a regular. People check in on me. I check in on them. Somewhere along the way, I realize I'm actually processing grief, just not about my fictional uncle. I'm processing my dad's death from 5 years ago. The one I never properly dealt with. The one I just buried and pretended didn't affect me. Week 4, I finally crack. I haven't been honest with you all, I say. Everyone looks concerned. I don't have a dead uncle. I mean, I do, but not recently. I came here by accident thinking it was a book club, and then I panicked and lied. Silence. Then Bill starts laughing. Actually laughing. Son, we knew after week 1. What? Linda smiles gently. Felix, you mentioned your uncle died recently, but then said his funeral was in 2003. The details never quite added up. I'm mortified. Why didn't you say anything? Because you clearly needed to be here, Priya says. Maybe not for your uncle, but for someone. Turns out lying to a room full of people in therapy is harder than it sounds. I still go every Thursday. Now I talk about my actual dad. It helps. And I finally joined a real book club. I triple check the flyer.